All right, I'm on hole number 9 of the 2020 Community Cup. I'm in Monday's practice round in the rookie division, hole number 9. And hole number 9 is Namhigh Cliffs. Hole number 3, the Island par 5. And for my teammates, this could also be a duck hole too, because see this little bill out here and it comes around and it's doing this little thing. It's almost like this. This is the par 5 duck hole. The other one's the par 4 duck hole, right? This is the Island par 5. I'm going out. I'm trying to get max distance. Okay. I'm trying to get maximum distance out into this area, and I'm really don't want to have to do a lot of overpower because we're hitting out here on this island. So, I mean, if you use a lot of overpower, it is super easy to end up in the drink. Everybody comes out here with the best of intentions, but I will tell you that there's going to be a huge percentage of the people that end up in the drink. So, and I'm speaking here from personal experience. 2019 Community Cup. Come out here. Albied the first 3 par 5s. Front 9, Albied the first 3 par 5s. Backside, ended up in the drink, dropped 3 shots on this hole. So you can come out here with the best of intentions, and no matter how well you've done on this hole in the past, if you come out here and you have to do max overpower, it could be dangerous. So this is another one of those holes that your ball is going to tell you a lot about what you can do here. So if you're using a big topper and a bigger ball, you're going to be hitting more on this trajectory. If you're bringing out an extra mile or an apocalypse and a bigger ball, you can hit more out into here. So if you got an extra mile 8 big ball out in here, if you're using a 4 power ball, this is one of those ones kind of like the last hole. If you watch the video for the last hole, where you can probably get it done with a 4 power ball with a little bit of overpower, but what's a little bit of overpower and how can you replicate that? So like you did a little bit of overpower this time, and then next time it was a little bit more, and next time it was a little bit less, and so you end up with differing things. And if you hit a little bit too much, then you're in the drink. Whereas if you can come out here with a power 5 ball, you don't have to do any overpower. You're already in the pocket. It's just about hitting it perfect. So I'm going to try a power 5 ball here, and I tried this shot in the practice round with a big topper from out here, so that I was landing out in this area with a power 5 ball, and I don't even know if I got past the shadows. It was a ways out. I'm trying to I do not want to just dribble onto the green. I either want to roll out on the green and be up by the cup, or I want to be just short of the green, but I don't want to be on the green because it's an impossible to make putt. Extra mile, power 5 ball. And I don't need a lot of side spin here because I've got some curl I can use. Do I? This might be a better shot for a rose ball. A berserker would work. I think that's exactly the same. So this boils down to extra mile, rose ball, potentially a rapier or a putt. I'm not sure in rookie if it's possible. And in pro, it may not be possible because the winds in pro are typically harder than the winds in expert, because the winds in expert are big enough that you can actually hit over to the other side with a power 5 ball and you can get on the green. And I have swirled the cup twice. And I was recording both times and I did not catch the condor. And it's like, because if you're going to get a condor on a hole, this is the hole. This is a par 5 with a serious look at it, but this par 5 can eat your lunch. You can see with the power, with that ball right there, is that a power 5? That power 5 ball right there, kind of like where their distances are. I want to get as deep as I can possibly get down into that hole, I can tell you that. I was kind of hoping, well, that's an extra mile 7 and an extra mile 8 gets distance. I think the big stat you get from 6 to 7 is curl. Yep. Were they trying to get all the way over? They weren't that far off. Because there ain't no way. Okay, 3.1. The wind's going to push me. Wind's going to push me 3.1, so it's going to push me this direction. So I'm going to come right there it's pushing me out in that direction right there. So I'm going to Set it up in that spot. I'm going to do max curl. Just a titch of overpower, not enough to make the needle go any faster. Hitting it perfect. And see just what kind of roll forward I can get. And I'm not trying to, and you can see where I landed. I have plenty of room out there. And just see what kind of forward roll I can get. And where I don't want to end up is bleeding off onto the green. If I get on the green, if you can go over that little hill right there where I'm at, and if I put a little bit of overpower on that, just a little teeny bit more, I had room down here. I could potentially, if you can roll off of that with just a little bit of speed, it'll run towards the cup. But if you just bleed onto the green right here, you are in. I've had that happen. I had it happen in a tournament one time where I was down there. I was like right where I was, and it just barely bled on the bottom of the green. I was to the left of where I was at, and I couldn't make the putt. I mean, I couldn't even reach the cup. I did a max overpower and could not. You couldn't reach the putt. This is an old green, and these greens are massive. Okay, I really want to go for this shot. I spent the power 5 ball, and I've kept my score good enough so that I can go for this shot. Now the wind has been working a little bit harder than you would think. So normally that's all I would do, but I'm going to come right to the edge of the cup right there. And even there, man, that's all right. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm going to go right off the edge of the cup. Hitting it perfect. Now the way the wind's blowing, and the wind did not affect that ball in any way, shape, or form. That is right where I had my ball guide going. So that's going to be one of those things. I noticed that when I was back a little bit farther, the wind seemed like it was it affected the ball a little bit more than normal. But from where I was at, the wind did not affect that ball at all. And part of that is that the wind may have affected it, but as it was going down towards the cup, the slope drifted it off to the left, and they kind of compensated each other. And so if I'm in that zone again, I'm probably going to want to do right at the flagpole and no wind adjustment. That's going to be one of those things. This is why it's so important to practice. I'm going to go ahead and forfeit. Good luck. Good game. Because I definitely don't want to take any risks of practicing today because of the stuff that I've done. But I learned a ton of stuff today in this round. Tons of stuff. So I'm going to put on my account here, on my notes, I'm going to use an extra mile and a power 5 ball with slight overpower. Max curl. Max topspin. Whatever's left. And left side spin. And that's where I'm going to start. And so the next time I get on this hole, what I'm practicing there is the slight overpower. Because it looked like I had enough room down there. I took the wind. Did I leave the wind in? I left the wind in. And the wind pushed me. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that wind because it was 3.2 wind. So I'm gonna write that number down. 3.2 wind, I know I'm okay. And if I'm anything over that, then I'm gonna have to make adjustments for it. But that hole right there, I want to dial that in because I'm trying to see if I can eke out. I've got an extra mile 9, and I want to see what I can get done with that extra mile 9. I worked really hard for it, and I want to see what that club can achieve to see if I can get up there and actually get some drift towards the cup. All right, that was Monday's practice round in the rookie division. Hopefully everybody's getting some good. Hopefully a lot of you are practicing today. I know a lot of people in my clan have so many accounts that they're getting some in today, and some of them they're practicing. But hopefully, with the accounts that you're getting in, you're taking good notes. Record your gameplay so you can go back and watch. And on shots where you did something really good, you can go back and see what you did. And on shots that you epic failed, you can go back and see what went wrong. And hopefully everybody is getting good practice in today. And I will catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm going to shoot my 99 account next. So if you've got lower developed clubs, I'm going to do that account. I'm going to try and get one round in today. And then tomorrow I'm going to qualify at least my 77 and my 99 account. All right. Thanks for watching.